Because why would she not showcase that on her YouTube channel? Can I not say that enough? She's lying. She's lying. Lying. She's lying to you. You threatened me in email. If this really is from you, you deserve the karma that you get. Because this is not how you handle differences of opinion, and this is certainly not a civilized way of how you handle controversy, or in your case, being busted for lying to your fucking fans. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Melinda. I'm the Mystic Witch and you're watching Light Warrior News. And today we're going to be talking about Anita Sirene, also formerly known as Stargirl the Practical Witch. Now before I start, I just want to give a little disclaimer that I don't intend anyone to send her hate or animosity in any way, shape, or form. I do not condone that kind of behavior for someone to go up and start harassing someone, especially who's a content creator, even from difference of opinion. That is not appropriate. And I'm just always very open about encouraging personal safety for those, no matter the difference of opinion. And I don't think in any way that I'm better than other people, and I don't certainly believe that I'm smarter or know more than other people. But I do believe that when you are a psychic medium, you have a personal responsibility and accountability to uphold the expectations that you put yourself in when you do this kind of line of work. For example, when you tell people that you are a person of God, you should be taking that seriously and actually do what God tells you to do, which is to love your neighbor, be a good person, and don't lie and deceive people.
Your spirit guides and God are really helping you when it comes to your life purpose and when it comes to your career. How are they being helped, Holy Spirit? How are they receiving angelic help in their career, Holy Spirit?
There are so many things that we're going to go into, but if you haven't seen the first video reaction about Anita that I have made before, then you definitely want to check that out because that video is going to have a lot more information as well. I do not make these videos as hate videos. Believe it or not, I don't enjoy this part of my job. I don't like exposing people, especially in the paranormal or spiritual community, because it is a very painful experience for me because I really respect people in this line of work. But that's the part of my work. That's what I do. I expose demons, I expose Satanism, I expose demonology, I expose people that are abusing other people and exploiting other people. And I have a very firm belief in being morally honest with your audience, with your fans. And I don't believe that anyone has a right to exploit their fans, to scam their fans, to take advantage of people and manipulate people and corrupt people. And when it comes down to someone like Anita, she is not untouchable to criticism. Whether you agree with that statement or not, that is the fact.
I'm sorry, I'm not sorry.
She's not untouchable to criticism or critique or comment, period. She's a person of public opinion. She's a person of public influence. She is a influencer, thus makes it appropriate to have an opinion based on her style and lack of code of ethics. It's also come to the forefront to the attention that a lot of the public actually agree with a lot of statements that I make. In fact, there are more people that agree with my statements than there are people who dislike my points of view. And that speaks volumes. I don't need to justify myself. I feel like I'm doing a service for others in a good light as a psychic medium. Is if I see a psychic medium doing something that I think is a scam, that I think isn't right, that I think should be exposed, that's exactly why I do this, because I am a person of interest when it comes down to knowing what it means to be a psychic medium. I know what it means to communicate with the dead. I know what it means to experience supernatural experiences to the point where you have no choice but to accept that reality or also accept defeat of your mental stability. And I choose to believe in the supernatural. I choose to believe in the paranormal because also there's the government. Hello, the government has already acknowledged, hey, we're not alone in this world. And so when it comes down to pinpointing other content creators, they're not untouchable to criticism. I'm not untouchable to criticism. There are loads of hate videos about me, and they're being made all the time. People accusing me of being all kinds of things that aren't true. But do I lose sleep at night? No, because I know who I am as a person, as a child of the universe, and I know in my heart the depths of my soul as a person that I mean well when I make these videos because I want people to grow. Instead of light worker, people who are light workers, people who work in the light, I'm a light warrior. What does that mean? I like to fight against the darkness and outshine the darkness with truth. And that is the reason for Light Warrior News, is to outshine darkness with truth and expose the dark realities in the spiritual and paranormal community, and talk about things that people most often are too coward to talk about, or are too afraid respectfully in a way that they feel that they're intimidated, or that maybe they feel like they don't have a voice. I firmly believe that by doing this enlightens other people to understand the red flags and to know how to spot it when you see it, and to call it out, or at least to avoid it in the most safest way possible. And that's the intention of this channel. That is the intention of Light Warrior News series, and I stand by that firmly. These videos are just to showcase things that she is publicly putting on the internet, on social media, and by choosing to avoid to tell you, the YouTuber fans that you are, the truth. She is intentionally avoiding showcasing these things that she is publicly showing on the internet. That is not defamatory. That is not defaming her in any way. All I'm doing is giving you what she's refusing to show you on other social media accounts that she doesn't want you to see. And that's the reason why I do this, because if it is public information, it's not defamation. And that rhymes, that must be divine. And all I'm doing here is showcasing information and letting you be the judge of the information I present. A lot of people have also come after me saying, the video is too long. Why did you make it over an hour long? You are so obsessed. You are so jealous. You are such a hater. If you really believe that and that helps you sleep at night, that's cool. I do not give a damn what you think of me. The reason why I make these videos so long is because if I made them shorter, I would have probably a dozen of them. If I make the videos shorter, I end up with 1,000 different videos exposing these people. But then if I make the videos longer, people are just going to argue and say, well, it's so long, you must be so obsessed. So it doesn't matter what I do. It's always going to come down to, oh, you're jealous of her, or oh, you're jealous of him, or oh, you're just a hater. Done. Thanks. Bye-bye.
I'm out of here.
The fact is, whether you want to admit it or not, why did you click on this video? You hate these hate videos. Why are you watching? Why are you clicking? Because deep down, your curiosity knows there's something fishy going on, and deep down you know there's a reason to be suspicious. And that's the reason why curiosity killed the cat, because sometimes it'll kill your perception of what you used to believe was true. What makes this even more interesting is why you clicked on it, and exactly the title is exactly what it is. This is not clickbait, this is for real. Anita Sirene actually responded and sent me a threatening email that I'm going to read to you today. She needs to be exposed for the fact that she is going out threatening other people, other individuals who expose her. Why do you think there are no hate videos about her? Just take that for a minute. Why do you think there are no hate videos about Anita? Why is it I'm the only one? Do you think it's because maybe she's threatening people to keep them silent? There are other content creators like her that do the same thing. That's the reason why so many other people make hate videos about me, because I don't send them incriminating emails like this. I don't send them emails threatening them to shut down their videos. I don't care. If you have a difference of opinion about me, all right, go on, go do you. But boo, you're going to get your karma whether you want it or not, and you're going to feel really stupid. I have no reason to hide because I have nothing to hide. I have no reason to shun other people and shut them down or cancel people in a way to ruin their credibility as a person. They just do it all by themselves. And here's the thing that I want to be clear about before I read this email. I don't know for sure if this really is from Anita. This email says her email. Now, it very well could be a person who made a fake account who pretended to be her, and it wasn't her. So it very well may not be her at all. But I'm going on this as an instance of it more than likely could be, it more than likely possibly is, and so I'm going to justifiably react to it as I deserve to, because I feel threatened by someone. I'm going to expose you. If you're going to threaten me to come to my home, I'm going to fucking expose you. Why? Because if you end up doing something to me, I want people to have the evidence to know that I gave you a fair warning. I don't sit back and allow people to send me threatening emails, especially when I have a child to protect. I'm not a fucking coward. And I don't hide behind my phone, and I don't hide behind my emails, and I certainly don't try to shut people down by sending them threatening emails, telling them things like that. That's against the law. You can go to jail for that. So we're going to go over this email real quick. In the email, it says, under company, True Psychic, subject, your video. Then she says, you're the fake witch with your rapidly blinking eyes and darting to the left. You're in it for the money. You don't care about your cronies. And your NDE is fake as you live at 7305 and Archangel Michael isn't with you. He is protecting Israel from the enemy. Nations, Barefoot Drive, number 2, Anchorage, Alaska, 99502. Gonna fly over and pay you a visit, internet troll, making shame videos on other YouTube videos. You can't confront people in person because of the truth, big fat phony selling 18 coffee mugs and selling out of seasoned pumpkins. You're a reprobate minded individual, believe in your only truth. You can't spell shaman without sham. You should join OnlyFans. That's the only way you'll get the D.
Bruh.
Just so you guys know, this email is all personal information about me, or at least what she thinks is personal information about me. There's nothing in this email that is in violation of her privacy rights. Her email address, this is her public information, so she has it displayed on her YouTube channel. This email has nothing to do with her. This email is about me. There's nothing in this email that has any of her personal information. This is not in violation of her privacy rights because this is something that she deliberately wrote to me as a physical threat for her to come to my home. At least that's how it looks and that's how it insinuates. And she's lucky that I'm not reporting this to the police, because when you make emails like this is illegal. I know it's a crime. Sending emails like this is one thing, but to do it by acting like you're the person who's the victim here is laughable. It almost looks as if in her writing that she was probably intoxicated. It looked as if maybe she was even probably high as a kite. I don't know. These are just my assumptions. I'm not saying it's true, but the fact of the matter is, what kind of a person, how could you trust a person who sends emails like this to other content creators or other spiritual influencers who are just trying to do the right thing by calling out liars who she is? This is not defamatory. Everything that I say here is based on fact. I am not switching or changing or fabricating anything. And the fact that she has this audacity to even come at me with a personal email is pretty outrageous. In the way that she went about it, for her to even showcase what she thought was my personal address is even more shocking, considering the fact that she knows that I have a child to look after and to protect. So what does that tell you as a motherly instinct from a woman who is going to behave like that and says she wants a family, she wants children, she wants a husband, she wants a person to love her, but then she has no problem making another mother feel like she is unsafe with her child at the presence of a possible threat of another person coming to their home? Let that sink in for a minute. This is not a fabrication. This is exactly what this email says. Now, again, as I say, this may not be her email. Like, this could be someone else pretending to be her, but I'm going to take it that this is actually her because that's her fucking email. One, I want to be clear that that address that she included is not my address. So please don't think that that is where I live. It is not my address. That's why I'm showing it, because I don't live there. So I have no problem showcasing that information because that's not where I live. I'm going to assume that this email is directly from Anita Sirene. If it is in fact from Anita and she does not deny this and she doesn't take this back in any way, shape, or form, then I'm going to assume that you have a very disgusting, despicable way of how you handle difference of opinion of other people who observe you on the internet. This also shows that she can't take criticism very well, and she attacks people in a very personable way. She attacked me as a psychic medium. She attacked me claiming that she will come to my home. She claimed that she's going to fly to my home. I'm a mother. Do you think I would ever fucking allow you to come to my home? Bitch, really? That's how you handle differences of opinion? That's how you handle videos like this? Is you send them information like this, that you do this to people, that you threaten people? You threatened me in email. I mean, if that really is from you, then you deserve every single fucking karma that you get. If this really is from you, you deserve the karma that you get. Because this is not how you handle differences of opinion, and this is certainly not a civilized way of how you handle controversy, or in your case, being busted for lying to your fucking fans. You should be ashamed of yourself. That made you look more like a fucking person who can't take criticism very well, and you certainly don't have a very thick skin as you claim to be, or you claim to have. I made a video showcasing the facts and she just didn't like it. And I put this off for a long time. I even told myself I wasn't even going to react. I wasn't even going to respond. But something told me, keep it. Here you go, ladies and gentlemen. You sat there and told me that I was lying. Y'all thought I was kidding. Y'all thought I was hating. Y'all thought that I was jealous. Y'all thought that I was making shit up. Well, here you go. Voila. Your beloved Anita Sirene idol. Oh, what is that? It's what looks like a satanic rug. Do you not see the correlation? Do you not see the evidence for what it is that I'm presenting to you today? And just so you know, this is information. This is a video that she posted after, just 2 months after she came out with that Morgue Official collab. And this is the video that she posted bragging about a rug that she got, that she's so happy that she got on TikTok.
I don't act based on my own free will. I act based on what God wants me to do. So, I don't pick partners in love because I think that I'm like, ooh, they're hot. I pick them because God tells me, or like job opportunities, I'll go to God. I don't make any decisions myself. I just sit there and I ask God what direction I'm supposed to take. And he gives me clear as day answers and I follow it. And whenever I follow him, it leads me to the greatest peace and happiness that I've ever known in my life.
That's interesting, right? Very interesting. Why would she do that? Oh, maybe it's because she's full of shit? Did that ever occur to you?
Bullshit.
When it comes down to this rug post, I couldn't help but also notice something that she said in her post, which was also a red flag. And I just find it incredibly ironic, and I can't help but smile when I say this because it feels really good to be right in my own prediction. So in the post of her pentagram rug, she actually says, I'm obsessed with this rug. Also, I'm very thankful for TikTok where no one is, so I can just be creative and not worry about viewers or numbers like my YouTube. It's so nice to express myself without worrying who's watching and to be cringe. I love it here and I hope TikTok doesn't get banned. What are the red flags that you just heard? What's coming to your mind? Anyone? Anyone in the class? No? No one? Boy, I love it when I'm right.
Gotcha, bitch.
You bet your ass I am beaming right now. I predicted this. The video that I made about Anita, I said at the very end of the video that I wouldn't be surprised if she will come out and basically admit in some way, shape, or form that it was all for shits and giggles and that she's not actually quitting being a witch. Oh wait, what was it I said again? Hold on, wait a minute. What did I say again? Most of her fans are not on her TikTok. Most of her fans are not on her Instagram, so she thinks no one's gonna follow it, so I'm just gonna make up anything and just hope I trend. Well, I paid attention. You're busted. You're busted. And this is the reason why I don't believe she's a real psychic medium. Why? Because psychic mediums with true divine guidance would never be instilled to this direction to do this. I don't think she's a real Christian, and I don't think she quit the occult. I don't think she completely left witchcraft at all. I think it's bullshit. I wouldn't be surprised that she will eventually go back and say that she's back into witchcraft, she's back into the occult, for whatever reason she makes. But I'm going to tell you the reason why I think she went into the Christian concept or the ideology. At least that's how she's trying to pretend, right? I think the biggest reason is that she is desperate for more views and more subscribers. And she really wants to get to 1 million, and she just doesn't know how to get past that. And so she's like, okay, well then maybe if I go into the Christian concept or the Christian community, maybe then I could get more subscribers and people will trust me more because I'm a Christian or because I claim to be a Christian, right? I am psychically seeing this over and over. I pick this up very, very strongly. Now, I hate it when I'm right, especially about bad things. But in a moment like this, I'm beaming. I'm really beaming. Why? Because it just proves all you people that doubted my credibility and doubted my abilities to predict somebody wrong. This validates everything that I said. This not only validates what I said, but it also gives me credibility in knowing that I psychically can read people. The fact that she posted this tells you everything you need to know about who she is as a person. When it comes down to as a psychic medium or as a influencer in the spiritual community. She admitted on the post, clear as day, saying, I'm glad that no one's watching. I'm glad that I can be myself. I'm glad that I don't have to deal with the crap of YouTube. I'm obsessed with the rug. I'm also very thankful for TikTok where no one is, so I can just be creative and not worry about viewers or numbers like my YouTube. It's so nice to express myself without worrying who's watching. Could that not be any more obvious to you? Any more obvious? Any more obvious? Any more of a red flag? That she doesn't care about who's watching on her TikTok because she knows no one's watching her TikTok. You know, what's even more alarming about it is how many people will probably look at this and still justify her actions. That's the scary and disappointing part about people, is that there are so many people who are still going to look at this and justify her behavior, justify her lies, justify her manipulation, justify her deceptions, and justify even her actions of sending me a threatening email personally to come to my home. Whether y'all want to admit it or not, I predicted in my video of Anita that this was going to happen. I predicted that she was just doing this for views, that she is just doing this because she knows no one's watching her on her channel. I predicted that. Here you go. Could I be humble about this? Yeah, but I can't. Because I admit my ego is kind of enjoying this right now. Because I get so many people who sit there and say, you're not really a psychic. You're not really this. You're not really that. When I just easily predicted that she's doing this for shits and giggles. It's fake. She's not being honest with you. She's just doing this because she knows no one's watching her on her TikTok. And what the hell did this bitch just say? That no one's watching. Could that be any more obvious to you? If she just came out and said, guys, I'm a Christian witch, or guys, I don't feel drawn to any of this stuff anymore. I just want to live my life normally and just do whatever the hell I want. I would have no reason to continue making reaction videos like this. None. I would have no reason because I'd be like, okay, cool. You are being honest. You're being genuine. You're doing what you want to do. Do you, boo? I would be so happy for you and I would be supportive. But I have every reason of why I'm going after her in this way, because if you're going to continue to mislead people and tell people that you're a Christian, but then, oh, look at this, lo and behold, you got a fucking pentacle rug at your home 2 months later, and you're bragging about the rug that you just got after you came out 2 months after as a Christian, as a ex-witch. She said ex-witch. That is what she said. So for me, I'm going to take that as, okay, then you're misleading people. Because why would she not showcase that on her YouTube channel? Why? Oh, because she's lying. Can I not say that enough? She's lying. She's lying. Lying. She's lying to you. And she knows that if she puts it on YouTube, you guys are going to call her out and she's going to get canceled for it. You know, the funny part is a lot of people were accusing me of, oh, you're just trying to use Anita for views. You're just trying to use it for clickbait, da-da-da-da-da. Anita is doing the exact same thing on TikTok, by the way. She is doing readings of astrology readings for celebrities constantly on TikTok, including Johnny Depp, Machine Gun Kelly, Sabrina Carpenter, and even, of all people, Gypsy Rose Blanchard. What? She just kept bringing out more information and posting more controversial content to the point where I had no choice but to expose her some more. So really, it's her fucking fault. Because the fact of the matter is, when you continue to lie to your audience, I'm going to react to it and I'm going to expose you for the liar that you are. Because that's what Light Warrior News is exposing liars in the spiritual community, exposing people that are into Satanism, exposing people who are lying to their audience and scamming people and misleading them down a deception that isn't fair to them. I take this stuff so seriously, and it really hurts me that I have to do this again, because I don't want to come off as this person who's attacking someone. But when you send me an email that threatens to come to my home and my personal space of livelihood with an address that you thought was mine, girl, you should be fucking arrested for that. Because you caused distress in my life. You made me feel anxiety. But I also knew you were full of shit. Now, do I dare her to do that? No. Do I want her to do that? No. Because if you did, I would just, call 911, because that's the respectable and logical thing to do with a crazy bitch scenario.
Catch me outside, how about that?
Am I going to back down from someone who's going to sit there and send me an email like that? No. I know very well that this was a scare tactic, that this email is showcasing her lack of accountability. She lacks personal accountability. She likes to scare people and intimidate people based on the information that I just received. At least that's how it looks to me. But the point is that when you send emails like that to people, how do you think that's going to look to other people as the public? How do you think that's going to look when you show up to someone's house? If you threaten to do that, does that mean you do that in real time? Does that mean that that's how you get your man? Is that how you get the D? Is show up to someone uninvitedly? Is that how you think the world operates based off of your expectations and your entitlement? Is that how the world works for you? Because that's not how it works. And one of these videos, what you're going to see is where she talks about Gypsy Rose. And I want you to pay very close attention to what she said.
Why do you think she was pulling so many dudes in jail? Her magnetic strength is that she's weird hot, not conventional hot. Look at how she grew up. Look at how she rose to fame. Her greatest desirability pinpoint is the fact that she is so different. She's like an alien. No one on this earth could possibly relate to Gypsy Rose. If she stopped feeling shame about that and leaned into her weird hotness and stopped trying to dress like and talk like and walk like everyone else, she would be magnetic. Kind of like how she was in jail. She had more dudes in jail than I have the last 3.5 years. Now, I'm not saying it's wrong to get a nose job. I got a nose job too. Girl, fix your stuff, you know? But it's the way she talks, the mannerisms, the interests are like basic white girl. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. But on her, it's weird because you think conforming will make you beautiful. And for Gypsy Rose, I think her deepest shame is that she is so mother effing different in the best way.
What? I hate it when I say I told you so, but I fucking told you so. Gypsy Rose is trending as she's been trending for quite a while, and I have a habit of calling her Gypsy Rose instead of Gypsy Rose Blanchard. I don't know why, but that's just a natural intuitive reaction about her. For Anita to make videos on Gypsy in this way, to talk about her as a weird hot, to talk about her in a way that, because she's different. Did her not being a fucking murderer of her mother not maybe cross your mind? Did that not be a red flag for you? Is that not a light bulb for you? That maybe that's the reason why she's a weird hot? The same thing happened with, let's remember, Richard Ramirez. Richard Ramirez was a hot commodity in prison because he was known for slaughtering people in the name of Satan. And yes, he was a real Satanist. I've encountered him in astral projection experiences in different realms with my spirit guides, including with Shiva, with Archangel Michael, with other types of entities, Thoth, with Horus. He's an adamant Satanist, and he hasn't changed that even in death. He's even more vicious and more vile in the afterlife. And so when I see Anita making a video about Gypsy, what I intuitively pick up, and this is just my psychic intuitive answer here, is that she is hoping to get Gypsy to contact her because of these predictions, right? Or of these things to come out and say, oh, because she's a weird hot, because she's so sweet, or because she's so different. Because Gypsy is receiving a lot of hate. And so she knows that if she starts coming to Gypsy in a loving way, that maybe she could be contacted by Gypsy, and she's hoping that maybe she will be famous because of Gypsy. But let me just ask you, Anita, would you be comfortable sleeping in the same fucking room with Gypsy at night? Would you want to go fly over there and take a little sleepover charade and go hang out? Go do some pillow fights? Would you be comfortable with that? I don't think so. I don't think anyone would be comfortable sleeping next to a person who is very well known for murdering her mother in the most brutal ways possible. So why would she make a video like that, showcasing as if like, hey guys, I just want to make a video why Gypsy Rose is a weird hot? Are you fucking serious? Like, are you serious? Is that really what you believe? You really believe she's a weird hot? Which, mind you, Gypsy Rose is not just weird, she's a fucking murderer. What I find very ironic about this is she even said in the message, and I want to point that out, that she said, oh, well, Gypsy, you're beautiful the way you are. You don't have to abide or blend or be like this basic white girl mode or whatever. One, what the fuck is wrong with being a basic white girl? I'm proud of that. I am basic and I don't give a damn. I don't care what anyone says. I think that's fine. I'd rather be a basic girl than be a weird hot. It just goes to prove that Anita is just after one thing, fame. For her to go off and make a video like this about Gypsy Rose of all people, she's made several videos on Gypsy Rose Blanchard, even talking about her romantic life, even trying to give her love advice about who would be more trustworthy for her and who would be better for her to be in a romantic relationship with.
whatever it is that you're doing, stop.
But why of all friggin' people would she care about making a video about a person that she knows is a murderer? Just take a minute to think about that. Like, my brain is exploding. Why would you care about a murderer's love life? Why would you give a shit about that? I think in a lot of ways, like I said, I think she's rage baiting. And I think that she's doing this on purpose to get people upset, to stir the pot, to get people thinking all these things and to react to them the way I am. So good job. You did a good job. Good job for you there. You know, she even made a point where in her YouTube channel, she flexed about being featured on Beavis and Butthead. But not everyone was featured on Johnny versus Amber. Okay? Fame is more of her notoriety, interested in people seeing her as this hot commodity. Beavis and Butthead in the show, all they did was just talk about how attractive she was. She thought of this as a big compliment. But it actually isn't. It's a huge insult because the only time Beavis and Butthead ever feature people is to make fun of them. And that is something about even Johnny versus Amber. I know deep down that it was a huge insult to my credibility as a psychic medium and as a person who predicts things like that, to try to make it look like that I was this horrible person against Amber Heard, to make her look more like a victim, when in actuality it backfired because it turned out I was right about her lies and about my prediction that Johnny Depp was going to win. You know, putting herself in this pedestal, thinking that she's better than other people because she was featured in Beavis and Butthead. Girl, get over yourself. Hell, I don't even give a fuck that I'm even featured in Johnny versus Amber, but at least I have a bigger flex than you, because why else would you keep making videos about Johnny Depp unless that was what you were hoping for too? And that just rhymes, so it must be divine.
I'm sorry, I'm not sorry.
Anita posted a video on her TikTok, and it was another type of astrology prediction. During this video, you can see in the font very clearly that she even posts with the number 666. That's a really big red flag. Why would you post 666? In astrology and in numerology, a lot of people have come to understand that 666 doesn't always mean the devil. In fact, in astrology, it doesn't mean that at all. It usually refers to the levels of materialism, wealth, prosperity, but actually 888 usually mentions that mostly. 888 is usually the number of abundance, continual abundance, and wealth and prosperity. So 666, to me, in a lot of ways, is usually the reversal of the number of 9 on purpose. And in numerology, what that usually represents is that you're too materialistic and you're focusing too much on materialism and not on the harmony of love and unity as a whole of people and spirituality, being grounded in what's most important. And this is very telling to me when I see someone like Anita talking about how she wants to be a Christian and identify as a Christian and claims herself to be an ex-witch. But then you're posting videos on your TikTok a few months later with the number 666. As a Christian, you would think that she would be away from that number. You would think she would want to move away and say, no, I don't want to be a part of that mark of the beast. At least that's how most Christians would view it, right? So why would she post it like that? Can someone explain that to me? And again, it goes back into people give these excuses. Oh, it's astrology. You wouldn't understand. People keep using astrology as the excuse for everything, but no one's looking at the factor that she claimed she was an ex-witch and that she wanted to join her forces of her heart to Christ. And anyone who's a Christian or has been a Christian knows in the Christian belief system that 666 is a bad number. So why would she showcase that in her astrology video on TikTok? Unless to say she might be working with the devil. Is that something that we could look at as a possibility? Is she doing black magic? Is that where she's headed? Is that why she got this pentagram rug? Could it be that she's doing black magic? Could she be turning into a demonologist or a Satanist? Is that where she's headed? Now, again, these are just speculations. These are theories. These are questions. But that doesn't mean that any of this is true. But the evidence that I'm showcasing to you is the truth. And that's the reason why it's so important that we highlight these realities. Because if we don't start talking about this as a community, if we don't start exposing these kinds of realities, that there are people in the spiritual community like Anita Sirene that are going to tell you one thing on her YouTube channel and do the exact fucking opposite on her TikTok. You can't make that up. Wax on and wax off. Clearly, she cares more about waxing off on TikTok and taking as much money as she can, because everyone knows that people make more money on TikTok nowadays than they do on YouTube. when you decide to make a message like this to somebody and you send this email to someone, you are completely detached from reality of your entitlement and your high expectations of society, of how you think people should react to you or respond to you. This could not be more clear narcissism. And this is what even blows my mind, is that there are people out there who claim that I'm a spiritual narcissist, which is fucking laughable. There are people who compare me to Jim Jones. And if you don't know who that is, just look him up. One of the worst fucking spiritual influencers of humankind compared to so many others. And he forced and encouraged people to drink themselves of this horrible substance. I won't go into the details right now, but a lot of people died because of it. There are Satanists who say these things about me and accuse me of these things that are absolutely fucking untrue. And it makes me sick to my stomach that people like Anita, who are fake psychic mediums, who pretend to be someone they're not, and even if she is a real psychic medium, she's still doing it for the wrong reasons, and she's still misleading people. And it makes me pissed off and angry that I get so many people attacking me for exposing something you don't want to admit. So forgive me if I have a little bit of resentment of the fact that I'm being a whistleblower in the spiritual community, because a lot of people are just fucking cowards and don't want to admit this reality. A lot of people say things like, oh, well, it's kind of ironic that you're a psychic and you're, coming out saying other people are psychic and they're scammers. It takes one to know one. I have a website. I just got a 5-star review for doing other readings for other clients. I just had 3 clients in the past week that I just helped, and I had 5-star reviews from all of them. Step into a world of magic and empowerment, handcrafted just for you at Melinda's Mystic Services and Shop. If you're looking for guidance from Spirit, experience personalized tarot readings that provide clarity and guidance on your unique path. My tarot services include Insta Tarot Reading, Crystal Tarot Reading, Diamond Tarot Reading, and Paranormal Advisory Tarot Reading. Each reading is carefully crafted to bring you the insights you need for spiritual protection and growth. Every item at my shop is handmade with intention and care, from crystals, ritual oils, soaps, candles, and more, designed to support your spiritual journey. When you choose my products, you're not just buying items, you're receiving a piece of handcrafted magic, guided and manifested with the help of ancient Egyptian gods Thoth, Shiva, and more, created to guide and empower you. Empower your practice with one-of-a-kind products from my shop. Unlock your full potential today. Shop now and bring Melinda's handcrafted magic into your life by visiting lastfrontiermedium.com. Made with love and light just for you by Melinda the Mystic Witch. And I don't scam anyone. And the fact of the matter is, I did readings for my fans for free for years. For free. For years. Years I did them for free. Why? Because it felt so wrong to charge people. But then I realized, if people are going to be charging for listening to a sermon in a church, why the fuck shouldn't I be charging for all the work I put in too? That doesn't make me a scam artist. It takes hours of time away from my family. All the editing, all the audio, all of it is a massive amount of weight on me. Not to mention the amount of time it takes to edit, the time it takes to prepare for the video, and even the psychic readings for my clients, that takes a lot of energy out of me. And it doesn't make it any different than a person who goes to church to get blessed. You're paying money for that. There are people who pay for thousands of dollars for exorcisms, and I don't charge anywhere near that. I have nothing to hide, so I had nothing. Despite the backlash that I received for exposing people that are toxic, you could at least thank me for the fact that I'm bringing you the awareness and the fact that you even thought to even click on the video in the first place. Because why else would you comment unless you had curiosity in the first place to click on this video? Thank you, by the way. That helps a lot. I noticed in her repost section of the repost tab on TikTok, she has a habit of reposting other people that she likes. There was one video that I thought was really a red flag, and one of the reposts was of a Satanist. Could this be any more obvious? Do you think it's possible that Anita could be going into Satanism? Do you think it's possible that she could be turning into a Satanist? It's possible. I'm not claiming or saying that that's true. The evidence is kind of showcasing that. And I find that very alarming, considering the fact this woman has a Baphomet necklace. What? And the Baphomet symbol is a very demonic entity. And those who don't know this, the Baphomet entity is not just a symbolism of representation. Baphomet actually exists. And he's a very horrible entity. He's extremely toxic, extremely dangerous. and extremely powerful to manipulate people to get what he wants. And a lot of Satanists idolize this entity, but they don't realize that he's actually real. And I've encountered him, a lot of other psychics have. I'm not the only one. There are a lot of other people who have. When I see a psychic medium posting who claims to be in alignment with God and who wants to be a Christian and wants to be an ex-witch, and then suddenly you're showcasing 666, a woman who is clearly a Satanist, I'm going to suspect other things about you. And I don't think I'm alone in this. What do you guys think down in the comment section below? I'd love to hear your thoughts. When you deliberately lie to people on camera and tell them you are a Christian and you start posting witchcraft shit on your TikTok, you're a liar and you need to be exposed. Whether you're a good person or not, you deliberately lied to your fans. And even though it's a mild lie, you have to ask yourself, if this person is willing to lie about this, what else are they lying about? If this person is willing to deceive millions of people that watch them, what else are they capable of? And that's the question that I present to you, to ask yourself these questions. My advice to her as a woman, you need to look into therapy before you look into plastic therapy, because plastic surgery is not going to solve what's happening in here and in here. I understand why women do it, as long as it's in a healthy way and it's not overdone. You know yourself and you're loving yourself and you're just trying to live your own authentic life. And I think that that is very empowering for a lot of women and men that get plastic surgery. But when you're making videos telling people that you're always hot and that God made you hot and that you've always been this way, girl, you're fucking lying to other people. You're lying to people when you clearly are not authentically looking like that organically. You got plastic surgery and you're misleading people even on TikTok. I'm not exaggerating. She even made a video telling people that God made her hot.
It wasn't until my late 20s that I became more conventionally attractive. So tell me I'm pretty. Tell me I'm pretty when we're on a date. Don't neg me. Don't neg me. Don't assume because I'm hot now I was always hot. I was not. Inside, I'm still a very insecure, nerdy girl. And if I look hot, fucking tell me. If I look good, tell me. Don't neg me. That does not work on girls who weren't born pretty. Girls that were told they were pretty their whole lives, they're gonna get annoyed if you call them pretty. They want you to call them smart or creative. Not me. I worked hard to be pretty. Notice I'm pretty. Please. And you know what? If I'm going to be weird, at least I'm hot. Thank you, God, universe, for making me hot. It could be worse.
And I find that incredibly ironic, considering the fact that she just said that she came out as a Christian, but now she's abusing that kind of experience or claim by telling people that God made her hot, when no, honey, the doctor made you that way. But why didn't you just get therapy? You know, you could have just easily done that, and then to solve the problems that are also the underlying factors, instead of trying to solve it with alcohol and more mushrooms and other drugs and things like that. That is not, by the way, defamation, because she admitted that on her TikTok. She admitted to doing things like that. As long as she continues to keep deceiving her fans, I'm going to keep exposing it. My biggest wish for her, whether people believe this or not, is that she gets help. Definitely, I think all can agree on, is that we want the best for Anita. There are people out here that will love her regardless of the direction that she takes her life, as long as she's honest about it. If you're ever trying to contact or connect with God or with a higher source, the best way to also do that is to do it sober. And that is something of a painful truth that I leave and end here, is that the only way you're going to heal is if you heal from the inside out, not from the outside in. By cleansing your body of all the toxins and the things that you have put in. From what we see, you've done a lot of drinking. From what we see, you've done a lot of other things probably. I don't know, but it looks like a lot of alcohol. This is just a fact. Alcohol is a downer. And the more you have these emotions of depression, anxiety, and grief and loneliness, or whatever other feelings you have, those feelings are exacerbated and they are exaggerated in your mind, and they don't get better. And the only way to get better is through seeking medical attention, seeing psychological professionals, people who are professional therapists, people who are clinical therapists who will help you to heal. I mean, let's just be real. If you can afford a nose job, honey, you can afford therapy. And I just hope that eventually she will come to terms with being honest with people and stop lying. Because if you don't like these videos that I'm making, maybe don't post things that you think other people aren't going to see. And maybe take some personal accountability for your deception. And just grow from it and accept it and move on from it. So I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching the video all the way if you did. And I hope to see you in the next video in part 2 on my membership at Magic Master. But I love you guys so much. Take care.